to talk about the mortgage changes that they're making on December 15th that the Government of Canada announced yesterday. Very simple changes. I don't know why they're making them. I guess they're thinking that housing is a little bit unaffordable for Canadians and first-time home buyers. I don't know why they think that, but they've decided to make a couple changes. So one, they've decided that insurable mortgages through CMHC, you get potentially up to $1.5 million without having to put 20% down anymore. That was at $1 million. So if you bought anything over $1 million, you had to put 20% down. Now they're bumping that up to $1.5 million, and then you can get a CMHC insured mortgage. So, before these rules came into effect, you would essentially need a $250,000 down payment. It must have been three on 1.5, right? So that's going down to $125,000 that you would need for a minimum down payment on a $1.5 million home. And they had a thing where anybody building a new home could qualify for a 30-year amortization. Used to have those when I first became a home buyer, got rid of them. Now they're bringing them back in, and any first-time home buyer is now able to get into a 30-year amortization mortgage. So that will reduce your monthly payments a little bit. However, obviously your interest costs are going to go up over time, and it's going to take you longer to pay this off. I thought because, that's it. There's a lot of information. This is it. Changes are going into effect on December 15th. I don't imagine that this is the last of the changes that they're going to make. Trying to make housing a little bit more affordable. As you can imagine, this is because of, probably the Toronto and Vancouver areas where, you can't even buy anything for under $1 million. So they had to increase that. But sort of my thought process there was when I looked at it, the payment on a $1.5 million mortgage in today's environment, even amortized over 30 years, would be somewhere around $8,000 a month. Now, it's just my thought that if you can't save $8,000 a month and save up a down payment of, $250,000 or $300,000, maybe you can't afford a $1.5 million house. I think what might happen is, it'll get strange in those areas where, you're in sort of that area of, 1.5 to 2.5 million, and 1.5 million and below will start getting like a big influx of people that are being able to buy or kind of qualify, I don't know how, for these gigantic mortgages, and so might sort of switch those a little bit. I don't mind the 30-year amortization for, new buyers or first-time buyers. It helps alleviate a little bit of the financial stress while interest rates are still relatively high. I would assume they're going to go down again. But one of my main concerns with anybody that's paying a mortgage for that long or buying a new house when, let's say you're 15 years away from retirement, but you decide that you're going to buy your first house and you have a 30-year mortgage on it. Well, entering into retirement and having 15 years of mortgage payments is really difficult to plan for. It's hard to have that much money to pay for that. So it's something that I wish they talked about a little bit more in the qualifying process, to be like, okay, well, we've done your GDS and your TDS, and yes, you can afford these payments, considering everything is going great. However, that doesn't account for retirement savings unless you have a pension, and then that's your after-tax, after-pension sort of contributions. They don't take into account the fact that people should be saving into their RSPs and TFSAs and other things. So I think in the long run, there's obviously still some issues. Part of me feels like this is a little bit of a step in the right direction, but I'm not so sure. So anyway, good luck out there. I know the realtors and mortgage specialists and agents out there are just pumped, chomping at the bit. so they can start making more money and telling you to buy more than you can afford. So that's sweet. Good for them. We'll see you soon.